All right, looks like we are live. Sorry, we're running late. That's mine and Fuchsia's fault for sure.
Yeah.
We remembered at the last second that our not our main LCS, but our second one. Today was their last day of a huge sale. So
Dollar books, all back issues for
hmm
$1, and it, yeah.
yeah, and we easily lost track of time. But thank you everyone for joining us. This is our 50th issue already. already.
I can't believe it. It's time goes by way too fast, and we have the most awesome Super Rus 9000 with us.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
For
oh
sure.
yeah, anytime. Yeah, and it's crazy that it's our March spotlight already. Because how we're doing it once a month, and
Hey, Carol, Stay Puft, Comic Geek D, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know how we're already in March because it just feels like yesterday was September. I don't know what happened.
well, like New Year's. I mean, we ended up we were on stream with the Comic Core,
right? Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, for New Year's, and
that was a lot of
fun.
Like
you said, it's already March.
Hey, Scoot Neely, thanks for joining us. Sorry for the delay, yeah, because it was like we were just going to go to our LCS and pick up our new books, and then we remembered there was a sale for dollar books, and then we lost track of time, and then we got back and I wanted pie. So I had a piece of pie for a snack because I got to eat. Right. But I did find something really cool that I wanted to show, though, that I think Super Rus will like too. It's
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And we found this one today too, so I was like, I have to get it. And I just thought for sure how to show it since you're known really well for your Superman love, and yeah.
Those are really fun reads.
Yeah, they are. I haven't read any of them since probably from then when they were coming out in the kind of like later part of the 90s. Because I think that one's from 96, it says.
I would have been 7.
Yeah, I'd have been 12.
Dang, I'm old. I was 16 in 96.
So, it ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's like, yeah, I would have been 12, so it's 4 years.
My grades are coming in strong. I'm going to be a wizard beyond my youth.
Right. This, I'm just gonna show this. I have never even really seen these before. So it's huge. It's going to be a little hard to get it in frame, but it's these Marvel Treasury specials. So it's Captain America's Bicentennial Battles, and it's from 1976, and it's all Jack Kirby.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it looks like a compilation of like, I think there's like 3 different stories in here, but like, it's just gorgeous in this format, because like, I mean, it's huge. It's even, I mean, I didn't like measure it or anything, but
it's big.
Like I've never seen these in person, and even
if you show the back.
Oh yeah, and there's the back. Happy 200th birthday with Cap and Uncle Sam.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey Kachun, thanks for joining us. Kind of going off the cuff and going with it, but we do got a spotlight. So how's your day been?
It's been pretty good. Hit up the LCS earlier. Finally got a couple new books from last week.
Nice.
Oh. Yeah, that's what we were saying before we just went live with your video we watched. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The unboxing. That car was pretty cool.
Yeah. A-OK from Rayman the Silencer Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's such a cool channel name.
Oh, I know, huh? That's so good.
It really is.
Yeah, there's some awesome names out there.
Well,
I had the question list, but I guess I didn't bring it in here. But so how long have you been collecting?
Started collecting back in 1993.
93. So, what was it that kind of that got you into it?
Well, I've told this story a couple times, but used to walk to school every morning, and I'd always stop at this one gas station and spend like my lunch money on something to eat there because the school lunches just sucked. And one morning when I was in there, I was checking out the magazine aisle, and they had some comic books on there. I just picked up Action Comics and started reading it. Just got hooked on it.
So it was Superman right from the jump.
Yeah, started spending my lunch money on comic books just about every day.
Yeah, it grabs you quick.
It's an expensive habit, so.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, like I've kind of said with mine, you know, like combination of it was like the mid-70s, right? The first Superman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was a combination of that movie and then the '89 Batman, and then kind of like you, the same thing in the probably more like the mid-90s.
I remember growing up
Gas
watching the Lois, Clark Kent and Lois.
Oh yeah, Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher.
Yeah, that was an awesome one.
That was a really good show. I grew up watching that one.
But the Christopher Reeve movie, the Christopher Reeve Superman movie, I actually saw that when I was 6, and that got me interested in Superman. But it was like another 6 years before I started collecting comics after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a gap like that too after the movies. I mean, because like I saw them at such a young age, and then you know, you get a little bit older, and then you're like, oh, so this is, you kind of realize where they kind of come from, and yeah. So what's always just, because I'm a huge Superman fan too, and so what drew you to Superman?
Well, I guess it's because as a kid in school, I got bullied a lot, and when I discovered the comic books, it was just this character that nobody could mess with, and it just immediately attracted me to him. I just hooked on it and never really grew up.
We never really do.
No.
It's nothing but a number. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's always what I've loved about him too, and it's interesting because like stories that I've seen on Siegel and Schuster, it was kind of the same thing for them even too. They were kind of, you know, bullied and picked on as well too, and that was their outlet, was creating this, you know, creating these comic strips at the time.
That's why I sometimes call it comic book therapy, because it's escape, you know, being able to get caught up in these stories in this different world with all these endless possibilities. It's definitely therapeutic some days.
It's kind of funny because the first book I got was Action Comic 688, and that was like at the start of the reign of Superman. So when I picked that up, I had no idea that the whole Death of Superman event, any of that happened. And I started reading that, and I was like, what? Superman's dead?
I know.
And then I just started hitting like flea markets and everything, getting the Death of Superman back issues.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still don't have that in single, but oh crap. Jesus.
I don't know what he's doing, but yeah.
I'm making a mess is what I'm doing.
DC actually did good on the animated version of that. I thought it was pretty good.
I still haven't seen that. The Superman Doomsday animated. I never got around to watching that.
The newest one is really good. They came out with the Reign of Superman one already too, which we have, but we haven't watched yet though. Which is like the kind of the sequel.
Which one did we watch then? Because we watched
we watched Death of Superman.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Death of Superman.
Yeah.
We watched.
I've been meaning to pick those up, and I've seen them like in the store a few times, but I don't know. I just never picked them up.
We actually have quite a few that we haven't even watched yet.
Where do you grab? Oh,
well, yes. This is I've actually been planning on getting to reading these trades.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
those are awesome.
Saga, Death of Superman, Funeral for a Friend, Reign of the Superman, Return of Superman, and Doomsday. Yeah, it's
a great set.
It is.
It's a good addition too.
And I actually saw a bunch of the singles at the that sale we were just at.
Hey, Steve writing. Thanks for joining us. Stone Cold Steve, Mr. Gretzky. Thanks for joining us today on this Saturday of us being late, but still a good time. Fashionably late.
Oh, I know. It's being at least a few minutes late is pretty regular
For us,
pretty much a given.
We need quit being so late all the time.
Well, like I was telling her, when it's live, it's a little different.
Yep.
Speaking of which, a thing you did, it was in February, right? Where you did a video every day for the whole month.
Yeah, I decided to stick with that and keep doing it. So I'm on like a 42 or 43 day streak now.
Oh, wow.
That's so awesome. Congrats.
But a couple of videos were kind of cheating. They're like 30-second little nothing clips. Yeah.
Well,
even 30-second clips could still take it.
Yeah, we love your intro though to like all the videos, and I love the end of the videos too. Like that, it's just so great. And we're gonna try and get a copy of that to do in the advertisement when we're having you on the show.
Oh yeah,
able to do it. But I mean, that intro is just so original and classic. It's so good. I love it.
I actually did that on TikTok, and when I changed my channel name to Super Rus, I just edited it a little bit and started using it as my intro.
It's
wow,
great.
yeah, it doesn't even play like that. Like it's from TikTok.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't have TikTok.
Yeah, I've never really used it though, so yeah, I guess I don't really know how it works anyways. Yeah, speaking of that, oh god, I love the TikToks that you do. They're so funny.
So many good ones.
You guys should see some of the ones I don't post on Instagram. I just leave strictly to the TikTok app.
Oh yeah, the unaired ones. I can imagine.
Yeah.
I might have to get TikTok.
It's an addictive app.
For sure. Even Instagram's addictive to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hardly ever on Facebook anymore these days. It's mostly Instagram, but it's just I love seeing everybody's pictures and posts. And I mean, there's a few accounts that I follow that aren't anything to do with comic books, but it's just like photography, and I love Instagram so much. It's crazy, but yeah,
because that's when I first joined Instagram. Oh, it was probably 8 years ago, and it was mostly it was just my art at the time.
You were the one that got me into it in the first place, so
like right when we first got together, right? Yeah,
back in the day. But
speaking of which, that's actually kind of a nice segue to another one of the questions I had. How long have you been doing YouTube?
Well, I actually started like 6 or 7 years ago, just messing around. I did like these cheesy like slideshows of Smallville and Lost, like set to music and stuff. And most of those got like copyright strikes, so the sound got muted.
I hate it when they do that.
Yeah. But when I started doing the collectible stuff, it was August of 2017. So I just deleted like all the copyrighted videos and started fresh with the collection videos. So that's when I started like really getting into it in 2017.
So did you get more into it? Like, did you kind of like find the community like before that? Like,
no, I didn't know anybody when I started, and I started just as a Funko channel, doing unboxings from different like Funko companies and stuff. And for the first year or so, I was just like stuck at 64 subs. I get like maybe 1 or 2 views. And
in there for sure.
We all have a rough start somewhere.
Yeah.
But we got to start somewhere.
A channel that I started watching back then was a guy named Captain Charisma. And he actually started watching my content back and commenting, and we just became friends. And he gave me my first shout out that pushed me over 100 subs.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy because I mean
the community itself has grown so much with Instagram and YouTube that I love it. It's such a blessing to be a part of this community and to get to know so many people that we have. And it's like, because in the real world, half of us don't really actually go out and talk to people or socialize all that
we
much, or at
don't.
least we don't.
Yeah, I don't.
It's so awesome that we're able to hang out.
The only time I go outside is when I need like comics or a frozen pizza from the store. That's it.
Actually,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's the only time we go out.
Yeah, that's and usually it's like just on the way home, and I can't believe all this stuff going on with Corona.
I know. Yeah, when we went
grocery store was
It's
just
crazy.
out of like bread, even
just
it
everything,
was just,
like even all the frozen stuff, and
it's really crazy. Well, and it's like you were telling me that they had actually halted the production of Batman for it too.
yeah, I just saw that.
Oh, really?
Jumped on that Warner Brothers.
Meanwhile, I'm over
Awesome.
here like Hakuna Matata, people, chillax. It's all right.
Right?
Relax.
There is a ton of overreactions out there.
Mhm.
By far, it's way too much. Like it's just
There is. I mean, yeah, you should be vigilant and cautious and everything, but you should be kind of doing that anyways,
I figure in a couple months nobody will even remember it.
right? I mean, like as soon as like a vaccine or something, you know, and
Either that or the zombie apocalypse happens.
something where I know. Actually, a guy at the LCS actually said that he's like, yeah, we're just gonna get hit by a meteor in a week or something anyway.
Yeah.
Something worse will get it or something, but what was
it was even our LCS when we went there. They were saying like, "You're burying the outside world." I'm like, well, gotta get out comic books. Like,
yeah, I don't know if like
We
no
need
one
our
had been
comics.
showing up or something, because we walk in and they're like, oh, so you guys are braving the
outside world.
the outside world.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, we need our book.
I didn't even know about it until like a couple weeks after it happened because I never like watched the news or anything. So I was like oblivious to it. And I was just in the store one day and it's like all the aisles were empty. I'm like, what the crap is going on?
It's weird. It's weird, right?
It's trip. It's so weird.
Like I was having flashbacks of like watching Walking Dead and all that all the time.
Yeah.
I know
Right.
you see like all these empty grocery stores, or like even in like any zombie movies. It's it almost doesn't feel real. And like even my work is talking about sending us all to work from home. I'm like, okay, but
And so I mean, and that's setting up everybody from that call center, like setting them up with a computer at home. I mean, that's like a lot of work. And
on Friday when I was at work, they were asking what my internet provider is and if I can work from home. I'm like, still a couple weeks out, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get any work done if I work from home. I sleep a lot. I sleep too much. So I'm like,
for real, like I will worry, like when I get up and go to work and stuff, like that you didn't go back to bed or something.
for real.
Like, she's a nightmare to wake up every morning.
Could be dangerous.
Yeah.
But no, it's so crazy to hear. So you had gotten into Instagram too, and so do you remember like the first, like when you had gotten into like the community itself, when the community blew up?
Well, it was actually Matt, the boy who had 7, that brought me into the comic book community. It was around the beginning of 2018. I started getting really like burnt out on collecting Funko Pops and stuff, and I was just doing all kind of stuff on the channel, gameplay, whatever. And Matt popped into one of my gameplay streams and just started talking and just struck up a friendship out of nowhere. And that sort of inspired me to start showing some of my comics, because I'd already started collecting again. I just wasn't showing them on YouTube, and that sort of inspired me to shift my focus to more comic oriented. And from there, it just steamrolled. I met Roger Metarog, and through him, I met pretty much everybody else in the comic community.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I know, it's crazy how it came together, really. You know, it was just so natural and organic and fast too. And
by far, yeah. It's expanded and is like I still am in disbelief of how amazing Matt's 12 Days of Christmas was.
Yeah.
Like,
I wanted to
that
mention
was
that
just-
too. Yeah,
That was some of the cool.
Yeah, that was pretty much 12 days of just everybody crying.
It really
Yeah.
was.
I mean,
For real.
I mean, I
just like
even
in the feels.
yeah, I even kept on, like, I can only imagine how he felt because I felt like I'd been put through the ringer and him, putting that on every day for 2 weeks practically. And
Like it restored, like the community just restores so much faith in humanity up until the grocery stores this past week. But I mean, other than that, it's still pretty there. It's just like it's so awesome to get to know everyone and be here, and it's great. And we're so happy to have you on the show, and it's great. But
yeah, what was your random?
yeah,
because you that's kind of been I don't know, trademark is the right word, but a thing where you have like a random.
yeah. So each spotlight we've been doing, I've just gotten like an off the wall random question, and it took me a little bit of time to think of this one because I'm like, well, what could I think of? And then it just like it occurred to me like right before I was falling asleep. I was like, don't forget to tell him the next morning that I finally figured out what question I was going to ask. And so it would be here. What is your favorite animal, and or what was your first pet?
It's kind of fun. My favorite animal is a koala bear.
They're so cute.
I've always liked koala bears from a little kid on, and I've always wanted one, but you can't really get them here.
That'd be so awesome to pet koala bears.
Koala bears are so adorable, and it's like I remember being in elementary. The elementary I went to was David Gorley, and our mascot was a panda. And then during my 6th grade year, my last year in elementary, they were talking about changing it over to a koala, and I'm like, oh, it's so cool. But what they ended up doing was just giving the panda a name, and I don't remember what it was. But no, koalas are awesome. They're so adorable. Yeah. And I love how those puns with them as well, where it's my puns are quality. I love it. Oh, that's great.
You know what ones? I mean, they're not my favorite, but you know what ones I've always liked too. People normally don't like, but is sloths.
Sloths are cute.
Yeah,
they're like cute and that.
Sloths and bush babies are adorable too. They're meerkats. Meerkats. But yeah, it's like even my first pet was a snake, and it's just, most people don't like snakes, but I would be walking around the block with a snake around my neck, just hanging out.
I would have ran.
Yeah, that's what
I've got like a huge like phobia with snakes.
Oh, they're not so
like
bad.
Even if I'm like playing a video game like Assassin's Creed Origins. You just run across the field in the desert, and all of a sudden a snake pops up. I'm about to fall out of my seat. I'm terrified of snakes.
I hated those snakes in that game.
Yeah,
they're sweet from a very far distance.
Right? Yeah, that's what I say. Is like, I think they're cool looking, but
he's afraid of them too. He won't let me get one.
Yeah, I keep telling him like, you're not bringing one in this house.
All right. So then, what would it be? Cats or dogs?
Both are cool. I like cats and dogs.
Yeah, both are good too. Yeah. I'm more of a cat person than I'm a dog person, but I still wouldn't mind to get a dog.
Yeah, but we'll definitely cat first though.
Yeah, I'll settle for a cat since I can't have a snake.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think they're like cool looking, and they can be. I mean, and there's some gorgeous looking ones too.
Well,
you know,
when it's like growing up, there we used to have a big one, Big Jake, where we would feed him rabbits.
Was it a python? Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was like the size of the bathtub, and I just it was the coolest snake. He was so awesome.
A friend of mine, Genome Presents, actually did an interview with some zoologist or something all about snakes, and I couldn't even watch that video. I'm sorry, buddy, I can't watch this one.
I like watching stuff like that too. Like I used to hella watch like the Crocodile Hunter and what was it?
Steve Irwin.
Yeah, Steve Irwin. Yeah. I think snakes are cute. They're little, and well, not all little, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'd go. I don't know. It's borderline. It's probably pretty close to a phobia, but spiders for damn sure. I like phobia. I
can't do spiders. Yeah, I cannot deal with spiders.
You'd like the big Home Alone tarantula.
Yeah, like
no.
Dude, I remember I actually told you this story like the other day too. I remember it was like, I think it was like 4th or 5th grade, like show and tell. A kid brought his hairy ass tarantula and ended up losing it he ended up finding it, but a good half of the day, like, oh, well, it's around here somewhere kind of thing.
I would be terrified. Hey, we got
Wake up with it on your face.
I can't do spiders. It's like somehow when we went to the ATM before going to the comic book store, a leaf got caught in my glasses, and I had like just barely turned to face him, and his the look on his face was like, I'm like, what? And so like I realized at the same time that he saw it, I'm like, what is it? I just like ripped off my glasses, and all it was a leaf.
Like, just a leaf. But yeah, I'm sure I had a weird look on my face because at first I was like, what the hell is on your... Because it kind of looked like a Band-Aid or something because it landed inside your glasses.
Right. Yeah, it freaked me out. I don't know how. It's been windy here. I'm so ready for the summer and not that cold. Like I want the hot.
I mean, it finally warmed up and stuff for a couple of days where it was really nice, and then it cooled back down.
Well, hey, we got Matt in the chat. Thanks for joining us, Matt.
What's up, Matt?
Good to see you guys. Spiders are scary, but I had a thing with bees, wasps when I was a kid.
Got stung a bunch, yeah.
I've gotten stung by a bee once, and it was at your house.
Oh, yeah.
At the old house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was your first time?
Mm-hmm. Which is ironic, because growing up when I was a kid, I was a hellion. I would actually find bees' nests in the neighborhood, and I would deliberately throw rocks at them and poke them with sticks and then start running my ass off like, okay, get ready, set, run. And my mom would always just tell me to stop doing it. I'm going to get stung by them. And I never did up until that one summer I was going through the back gate and I opened the gate and there was a bee's nest and it just like stung my finger. And I'm like,
oh, and it was on your finger too.
Yeah, it was like right there on my finger.
Oh yeah, I hate that. And it's like when I've gotten like mosquito bites and stuff on my finger.
Hey, Comics in the Mind. Thanks for joining us, Kurt. Good to see you.
Yeah, what's going on, buddy? Oh, heck, I just had I just lost it. The question.
It might come back to him. We don't know.
Well, probably not.
I don't know how this hasn't happened before, though, because, I mean, you're such a cool person in the community, you know, and you put out all this great content. So I'm just so glad that we had you. And it was...
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. You deserve the spotlight by far. Because it's like even Kavi had been the one to say, you know, we should definitely spotlight you next. And I couldn't agree more. It's like it's just been so awesome getting to know everybody. And
yeah, and it's crazy because it's people that, you know, you would never meet any other way, really, you know.
Yeah.
I mean McD in Scotland, you know, and and I mean, it seems like to us at least, a lot of the people in the community, I mean that we interact with and talk to the most are kind of like on the East Coast and stuff, and where, I mean, we're not considered like West Coast, but it's like West, I guess, but you know, and like we don't have really, because like we said, we don't really talk to people too much outside of it, so we don't really have like friends locally or anything like that we really collect or go to cons with or any of that, and that's a huge community bucket list thing yes. I know for her too.
One of these days we're gonna make it out to like MegaCon or something. Like I'm thinking next year after this whole Corona stuff.
Yeah, with
it's
them
like
canceling all of them, and
next year we'll go. And so
there's a con here called Hero Con. They have it every June. I'm hoping to get up to that this year. It's been like 7 years since I've been.
That would be really awesome.
Yeah,
I hope they do have it.
Yeah, see, we have one. It's just a small free one.
Wasatch.
Yeah, at the end of April, and with all these other ones closing and stuff, we're postponing. We haven't heard anything on it, so I don't know if they're going to do it or.
I just still can't believe like all the quarantine and there's only been 9 confirmed cases in our state.
Yeah, I know. It's like hugely blown out of proportion. I've heard, I don't know if you guys are wrestling fans at all, but I've heard rumors that WrestleMania might get canceled or pushed back.
I
He's-
wouldn't be surprised if
yeah.
it does.
He's definitely more into wrestling, and it's not one that I watch too much. But they actually even canceled the NBA because of
Yeah, I heard that.
the Jazz player.
And I
Yeah.
think the Emerald City Comic Con got pushed back till August or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was actually right before we jumped on. I was looking at some news and stuff, and like comic news specifically, not like regular news, but pretty much all of them have been postponed or canceled, or I mean, some of them word them differently. But the only one that was showing in like no changes yet is San Diego, which is the biggest one. Which people come from all over the world for that one, for damn sure. You know, so
that's like always the most hyped up one.
Yeah, I think
I don't understand humanity right now.
No, that's crazy.
Look at everyone else in the community, but I mean, just it's crazy, and yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still trying to remember what the heck.
We're kind of scatterbrained today.
I know.
I didn't get to sleep till like 2 a.m. because I started my bombshells puzzle, so I'm going to keep working on that. Then I work tomorrow, but yeah, we didn't prep like we usually do. We lost track of time.
No, like I wrote down my questions and stuff too, but I guess I didn't bring it in here. I thought I did.
Oh yeah, June was saying Heroes Con is over my birthday. Hopefully it's not canceled too. Hopefully not. And then NYC had the first death happen today in this state. And yeah, it's
first NYC happened today.
I saw a meme where it had Tom Hanks with Wilson.
Yeah, I guess Tom Hanks
passed away.
Yeah, passed away. Because I guess Tom Hanks has it, but it's crazy.
I know. Like a couple of questions I had. What's some of your favorite series that you're reading right now?
Well, the only new series I'm reading right now is Captain Marvel and Thor. And
good.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying it. I just picked up issue 4 today. I haven't got a chance to read it yet.
Yeah, us too. Yeah, we just got it too. We haven't read it yet either. Yeah, it's been good so far.
Yeah.
Like,
and I've been loving the J.J. Abrams Spider-Man miniseries, but issue 4 got pushed back till I think they said April.
Yeah, it's kind of had a slow.
Yeah, it's been delayed a few times.
Yeah, because isn't he doing that with his son too, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first 3 issues were great.
Yeah, we haven't been getting that, but I have been. I don't know. I guess I've kind of just been trade waiting on it or something because I do want to read it in the future for sure.
It's only going to be 5 issues in the mini, so there's just 2 more, but it keeps getting delayed for some reason.
Yeah.
It sucks when they get delayed because it's like even how Dead Eyes I think comes out only once every other month it seems. Right.
Yeah, when you get into indies and stuff, the release schedules are different.
Yep. Hey, we're off by lunchtime. Thanks for joining us. But yeah,
So are you reading any of the Bendis like Action or Superman or?
I tried to get back into Superman with issue 16, and by issue 19, I couldn't get into it, so I dropped it.
Right.
Yeah,
the newer stuff. A lot of the newer stuff is really hard for me to get into it.
Yeah, so a lot of the newer Superman stuff too, because like I cut Action a while ago, and then I was planning on still getting Superman, but just wasn't getting it.
Mm-hmm.
But recently got all the ones that I didn't have, so I do have them. I just haven't read them yet or anything. But
I wanted to I mean, it's hard for me to not pick up a new Superman book when it drops, but if I'm not enjoying the story, that's one thing I had to do. I had to stop cover buying because I've been trying to save up for some grails and stuff. But I see a new book on the wall. I'm like, that's a shiny cover. I want it, but I better not.
That's what it was like at the sale today because they were dollar books, and so I'm going through the first long box, and I'm coming across some of them, like getting, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm hunting for specific things. I'm on the first box. I haven't. You're gonna have to put those back, and then I found all the Catwoman's, and it's like, okay, priorities. These ones are going to go back, and these ones are the ones I'm looking for. But it's just like that compulsive like buy sometimes when you like when I first got there, I'm like, yep, this one, and I came across so many Mighty Thors that I was just like, oh, if only I had more money. But I'm like, it's definitely not an easy thing to do when you're, but when it's worth it when you're saving up for a Grail. What Grails do you have in mind?
There's a couple I'm looking at. I'm looking at a 2.0 Detective Comics 359 first Batgirl.
That would be a good one.
I was looking at, I believe it was a 3.0 X-Men 12 first Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
Those are definitely on my list.
Oh, yes. I came across a What If Juggernaut in the long box when we were hunting today.
I saw one too. Yeah.
Those are awesome girls, though. It's definitely not an easy thing to do to save, and but we did the same thing.
But it's so worth it when you pull it off, though.
Yes, it is so worth it when we pull it off, because there was a few books that we had just fell behind on, and so it's like we were still buying the books, but we hadn't read like the last 3 issues. That we ended up just stopped getting it because it's like if we're not caught up on it, or like we should just buy what we want to read, and if we're not reading it, then why are we getting it? So that's like the main thing that's been able to help us cut down. And it still just trips me out that I usually get more books than he does now, because at the beginning it was the other way around.
I mean, it was just ridiculous how big my part of our pull list was, and I mean, because we got back into collecting it was like January 2018, and you get back in, and it was like all my characters I liked, if they had a series, like we were getting it or whatever.
Yeah. When I first jumped back in, it was 2015, and I took a break from like 1999 all the way up until 2015. And when I got back in, I just started buying everything. I didn't know what was going on, what storylines were good. And I was just like, what the crap? Hulk is red now? When did that happen?
Yeah, see, in my
I just missed all that stuff, and I just started buying everything.
Yeah, because that's a good 16 years.
Yeah.
My hiatus in collecting was about that same length too, because I mean it was probably like 2001 maybe, and then January 2018.
I did finally get this read.
Oh my god, yeah. We finally read
Lady
the
Killer.
first book. Yeah, Lady Killer.
It was really good. I enjoyed it. It was a quick, easy read, and it's like if you like Joelle Jones stuff, it's worth.
Her art is incredible in that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean her Catwoman stuff has been phenomenal, but with this being like her creator-owned stuff, you could tell it looks like she has she could take her time a little more maybe.
Oh, that's nice.
It's just like that next level, like up from even the Catwoman stuff,
and she gets that like 50s housewife look down so well. Right.
Yeah, it's got this like I don't know, I said like Mad Men kind of vibe or something, and it's I love it. We still have the second trade to read.
Still got that to read. We'll get around.
And we were stoked. Joelle Jones recently posted something on Instagram. It wasn't it like a sketch or something of that lady, and I think she said like getting her back to work or something. Yeah. So I think she's getting back on it.
Yeah, because I had seen she did a post something about Lady Killer, so I'm super stoked that she might be continuing it.
Because I think those came out in like 2015 or 2016. I think they're a couple of years old.
Yeah. Bendis doesn't know how to finish his ideas, says Werewolf for Lunchtime.
He gets lost within himself a lot on more recent stuff. I mean, some of his older stuff is some of my favorite stuff. He does have some stuff out there that's incredible. And
that the Man of Steel 6-issue miniseries he did last year was really good.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah. I liked that a lot.
I'll have to read that one.
And it was just so bittersweet though too, because like Tomasi, right? Yeah, because like what Tomasi was, yeah, because it was Tomasi on I think Tomasi was doing Superman, I think, and then I think Jurgens was doing action, or the other way around. I can't remember, but it was kind of bittersweet because their runs were good.
Yeah.
And here comes Bendis, and he takes both Superman titles. It's like, God, at least give one of them to him.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't get too greedy now.
I know I saw like a meme or something that said Marvel sent them in undercover to destroy DC from within or something like that.
Oh,
God, it seems like that almost, right?
for real.
I know. I mean, like I said, I got the Superman issues I didn't have, and I don't know. My hopes definitely aren't high for when I do read it, but I do have a good, I guess, I don't know, consolation prize or whatever. But the Superman run right before that, the Tomasi one, I have all the singles of that.
Yeah.
Right before Bendis came in. From 1 to, God, how many, what was it, like 38 or 48, some issues like that, I want to say, but I at least have that to to read that run if the Bendis one is going to be as bad as I'm kind of expecting it to be. I mean, and I haven't really seen too many people really even talking about it, so.
Yeah. I think they tried to build up hype with the identity reveal.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And then it just kind of, you didn't hear about it anymore after that issue came out.
I know, and you would think it would be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's
than that.
I don't know if I like that they released his identity, because it's like, that's one thing he's always had, is that him and nobody thinks that they're the same person because their personalities are so
Just
different.
Take the glasses off and
Right?
I know. I've always loved
like
that.
different person.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, it's just, yeah.
And the thing is like how it works as a disguise is, I mean, as Clark Kent, he's like such a clumsy, just normal guy. The thought of him being Superman is just asinine, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so I mean, that's how it works. It's like just the thought of him being Superman is just.
It'd be like if they ever tried to do like releasing Batman's identity, it just wouldn't be right. Like, and like the main series overall, but it just even progress. So it's, I don't know. I don't think they should have released his identity.
I think in a few months they'll probably just retcon it.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure.
then-
Especially if it stops selling good.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have done something that had like real consequences from that, like somebody close to him being killed by Lex Luthor or something. That would have made it somewhat interesting. But it's like all it was is everybody just like standing around talking about how they feel about it. And I'm like, didn't all the superheroes already know? I knew Batman knew.
I mean,
like,
wait, so Batman didn't even know?
I think he did. It's like all the issues were just like all of them like talking like about their feelings about him revealing the identity. And I'm like, where's the action in this?
Yeah,
that'd be a slow thing.
It does sound, like a slow read.
Yeah,
I mean, because a lot of the stuff I've been reading, especially this past week, I've kind of been bouncing all over the place from like New 52 to Current to Crisis on Infinite Earths. Like, I'm going all over the place. So my continuity's like all over the place. Doomsday Clock, I finally just read that. And
I still haven't got around to Doomsday Clock. I picked up the first issue way back when it came out, like 15 years ago now. Or something. And I already didn't like the idea of waiting an entire year to read the story, and then it ended up being like 2 years for issue 12 to come out. And one of these days I'll pick it up in a trade if I find it, because I have heard it was really good.
I loved it. It's I know come at the end of the year, it's going to be pretty high on the list of 2020. Even though, well, when did the last issue come out? Was it technically like January, or was it just like December?
I think it was.
I read it in 2020, but
I think it was January. It might have been December though. The end of it.
Yeah, I know it's right there. I can't remember.
I think it was January.
Yeah. Matt says the same thing. Yeah, Doomsday Clock was good, but it took too long to come out. Oh yeah, Comics on the Mind said December.
Close.
Oh God, what was that? Oh, this is driving me nuts. I can't remember that. Yeah, Scott says I must be the only person that doesn't like trade paperbacks.
Oh, I love trade paperbacks.
I love reading them in trade.
They're my favorite.
I mean, I love singles too.
I like singles, and I am collecting more singles and back issues and things, but it's just what I'm like. If I'm going somewhere, if I'm reading anywhere else than home, it's easier with a trade.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just
you want to have like a short box strapped to your back.
Exactly, get heavy. So it's just like trades are just easier to read. And then there's one thing I really like most about trades in a series is that you don't have to take it out of the bag and board each time you're going to the next one. Whereas with the trade, you just turn the page and it's like,
especially you read fast, so you fly through those singles. Like
I read the Lady Killer in one sitting because I came in here to just check it out, and the next thing I know, I'm like already finished with it. I was like, yeah, you'll like it. And he's just like, wait,
I know. I was looking around like at the Omnis and the trades. I was just kind of bouncing around the room, and she's like, done. I'm like, the first issue or the whole trade? The whole trade. And you read it like really fast. And after I read it, I could see how you did that, because it's one of those books that it just reads really easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Yeah, just the composition of it and everything too.
Yeah. I've never really branched out from Marvel or DC. I've never gotten into any of the indie titles. So I look. There's so many books out there that I keep hearing great things about that I've just never read.
You need to look
I'm
into
the same way. I'm the same way. I love my Marvel, DC superhero stuff.
I love my indies, Monstrous and Magic Order and Lady Killer, and it's just Unnatural. I really loved. Mercy's been really good too. I really enjoyed that first issue of Mercy, so I'm looking forward to more coming out from there. But I like the idea to create our own stuff where it's just different than your superheroes that you get with Marvel or DC, and then you get like those comparisons where it's like Black Cat and Catwoman. But I love my indies. Magic Order is a really good one, and I'm super stoked. We ordered the trade for Magic Order, and we're actually going to be giving a copy away in my giveaway here soon.
Oh, cool. On Instagram.
Yep.
That's where you're going to do it, on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I figured I'll just do a post of everything that I'm giving away, and then I'll do like this post tag, and then do that. I've gotten 3 other books that I'm going to do, so I'm going to do it here soon. I just don't have everything that I'm going to give away yet. But yeah, Magic Order is going to be in there.
Yeah, McD said only indies I'm interested in is TMNT, MMPR, and anything Ninja or Samurai. That I'm glad that actually just that I remembered it, since I have you in chat to ask you this. McD, do you remember when you were on a stream once and you were telling us about a samurai like graphic novel or something? And I've been kind of looking for it, but I can't remember the name. Like, if you can remember what the name was, because how many, like 3 or 4 times at the LCS, I asked you if you remember what it was, because it sounded so awesome. And like I said, I love like ninja samurai stuff like that too.
I do hear hype for Kanto as well.
Samurai's Blood, that's what it was. Yeah.
So
I've heard Kanto was really good.
That's what I hear too. Is that Kanto is definitely really good, and see, Dai was even really good too. Dai's been really good. I just like those indies.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of coming around and reading a little bit more indies here and there. One that I have on my list that I want to check out Also because
It's super windy out there. Sorry. Just wanted to
they are going to be doing a show to it soon. But I believe it's Brian K. Vaughan that writes it. Why the Last Man?
Oh.
I always hear a lot of good stuff about that one, and I can't remember what it's going to be on, but I heard something about a show being made on it.
Yeah, I was watching Stay Puff earlier
Mm.
on his chat show,
Yeah.
and he was talking about Why the Last Man.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to catch that one on the replay because it was like, we were at the LCS when I noticed the message, and I'm like, oh, and then we went to the other LCS, and I'm like, we missed it.
I know. I
been
love
such
that.
a hectic day.
I love that Saturday show he does, and it's so fun, and even just watching it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
lasting fun too. But Saturday's our day that we go to the LCS too, and we have to go before we have our show, and then so a lot of times we're kind of out and about while we're watching it.
Yeah. No, you're putting out a lot of great content. I mean, congrats on being, going over the 30 days and having a video a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say you're at? 40?
42 or 40. I think today was 43.
43.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just don't have the
That's
strength
awesome.
to do a video a day.
Yeah. I mean,
Like some of them, like a couple of them, especially on Sundays, it was just like a 30-second clip. A couple of days ago, it was just like the clip of from Superman 3 where he was drunk. It was just like a 30-second clip of that. That was the video for the day. And I did that at like 10 minutes to midnight or something, just to get in that daily video.
very good. And, yeah.
It still counts. I
Yeah.
do that all the time. Like when I'm doing hashtags for the ones I get tagged in, and I'm like, it's 10 minutes to midnight, and I just found a book, so I'm going to hurry and post it real quick.
Yeah.
It still counts.
I mean, I've even done it like the next day, or
I try to do them the next day, but then it just doesn't feel right to me. It's like this was a Monday.
Yeah,
this
your
was a
OCD doesn't
Tuesday,
let you do that.
and so like sometimes I go a little past midnight, but other than that, I try to like kind of. And there's nothing wrong with doing it to where you're doing like a Monday post on a Tuesday or Wednesday. But for whatever reason, the wiring in my brain is like it doesn't. It's not as effective. I can't talk anymore.
Yeah. Sometimes I get a week behind on tags and just try to find like a book that fits like 3 or 4 different tags and
Exactly. Yeah.
knock them all out.
2 birds, 1 stone. There'll be times
sometimes 3 birds, 1 stone.
Yes, sometimes 3 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, there'll be times where I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, okay, I got tagged for this, got tagged for that, got tagged for this, and he was like, do we have a da-da-da? And he'd be like, I think so. And I'm like, oh, I know. And it's a big accomplishment when you find one book that works across multiple tags.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
It gets to be a lot putting out so many pictures and content, even on Instagram though too, because it's fun and I enjoy doing it. But I mean, some days it's like there'll be times where I don't post anything for a couple days, and it'll just be like I just need a break from like posting stuff, and it's getting prepped for all the pictures. I had to go through and delete so many pictures on my phone, like all duplicate.
I got like 800 pictures of comic books in my phone right now, and I'm like, I'm running out of room to fill.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I know we need to get you like a
hard drive,
a SIM card. Yeah, well, yeah, like the SD cards. I think it's called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're brain dead. I think you need sleep.
I know. I was up.
I'm brain dead.
I was up late too. And I was reading. Like I said, I started rereading part of it because when I read the first time, I think I got into like the 3rd trade or whatever. But the New 52 Batman run, Snyder and Capullo.
That was another run that I completely missed, like all the New 52 books.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only like picked up a couple since I got back in. There's still like so many I just completely missed out on.
When we first got into collecting, that's I had gotten all the trade paperbacks to Catwoman's New 52 run, and I really enjoyed it. It was a good read, and so those I all have in the trade paperbacks. But some of the New 52 stuff was really good.
Yeah, I've heard that Batman's New 52 run was one of the best because they had the Court of Owls and all those.
Yeah, the Court of Owls is the first 2 books,
and then they also had the Death of the
so
Family from Joker, because that one was
Batgirl.
That was a good story.
That's the other New 52 series. We have the full Batgirl run that we need to read. I have the first book. I pulled it out, so I'm going to start it here, maybe tonight actually. It was Gail Simone, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there was a writer change on that one. I think she wrote most of that run. The one from the New 52 I really want to read. We have it in a oversized hardcover. Jeff Lemire had a small part of the Green Arrow New 52 run. I can't remember how many issues, but it was like 12 or 13, 14 issues, something like that in the middle. He didn't start it.
Right. I enjoyed the Catwoman stuff. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I read the Catwoman New 52. I thought that one was good. I know, because when I see most people talking about the New 52, it seems like most people didn't really care for it, except the Batman series.
Yeah.
But for some of the other stuff I read from it, I thought it was. I didn't think it was bad. I could see how some people.
They should make days 28 hours so long so I can fit more comic reading. If only, I'm ready to retire. I just want to get a paycheck, steady paycheck, in every day, and then I can just read and go to the comic store and just go hunting and just read some more. I'm ready for retirement. That's my retirement plan, is to just be able to travel the different cons and just buy and read comic books all day, every day.
That's why we're trying to become YouTube famous.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for retirement. I realized earlier today I'm way too excited for retirement for someone that doesn't have much of a 401k plan yet.
And for someone who's like 30.
Right? Honestly, I probably should have started a good 401k in my 20s and have that retirement. But yeah, that's what I want to do.
Well, the crazy thing is,
retire.
You work for like a good company though,
Yeah. I do have a 4K1 star with them, so hopefully if everything's going good in the age of retirement, I'll just start collecting Social Security and go to cons. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, Kachung says 0 year with Capullo and Snyder. Yeah, that's I think that's an arc in the trade run. I think it's like books 3 or 4 or 3 and 4. I can't remember, but it's part of it. Yeah, I would love to see like a live action adaptation to the Court of Owls stuff.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
I
keep hearing rumors that the next Batman video game is going to be Court of Owls.
I've heard that, yeah.
That could be really good.
I haven't heard much on it since I wrote a little blog article on it, maybe like a little over a month ago. But there was just a little rumor that was going around about the Batman game.
Yeah.
And it even went as far as saying that it seemed like they were planning some kind of like DC game universe kind of thing. So where multiple titles, crossing over, kind of MCU, but for DC video games.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see happen.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I was hoping Marvel was maybe going to be doing with Spider-Man and then this Avengers game in September.
Yeah, I've heard that they're actually connected. They tie in to Spider-Man PS4, the Avengers game.
Because I know Marvel created Marvel like Game Studios, or I think is the name of it, but they created their own like video game studios. So
apparently there's supposed to be a Batman trailer and open world Harry Potter game at E3.
But E3 got canceled, didn't it?
Probably did.
Everything's getting canceled.
I know, it's crazy. Yeah, like we were saying, like what I read earlier, it seemed like the only thing that hadn't was San Diego. Like,
one
that you think for sure would be.
I swear, that guy's turned into him. I was like, in disbelief, can pigs fly? And he's like, well, popos and helicopters. I was like, okay, I guess that explains it. It is the apocalypse. Like, it's just so beyond.
I know,
me.
I know we just
Everything's
lifted each
getting
other at the
canceled.
store. I mean, because we honestly didn't even get most of our groceries we normally do.
Oh,
Like, we weren't even able to get them.
we had to go with the other stuff that we don't usually buy because what we usually budget for was all gone. It was just, it blows me away. Like,
As long as I can still find Red Bulls and DiGiorno's, I'm good.
right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
My NOS and
Oh no, I saw. So I have a on Facebook. One of my friends, since I'm in Utah, there was this picture that her sister had sent her, and she
pissed me
posted
off.
it. There was a table of so it was a house out in West Valley here in Utah that had a table of toilet paper and sanitary wipes that they were selling because they like obviously just went to the store, bought like all the stock, and then they had it up like a yard sale on their front lawn,
like,
and it was
shit tons, like,
Yeah.
so much.
like a full, like, big, huge table full of just toilet paper and hand sanitizer stuff that they were selling. And it was like, what in the hell is wrong with
And
you?
you know,
Like,
it's marked up probably like
Oh.
500%.
yeah, it's like,
If you want to get a laugh, go to eBay and search toilet paper and filter it by highest to lowest. There's people on there selling it for $5,000.
what?
Yeah, and it's got like 34 people watching it.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, dude, I could sell like 3 or 4 rolls and get like a Action Comics 1 slab. I'll be good to go.
Oh, for
Oh
real?
my hell,
Oh,
dude.
How
We'll
about
trade toilet paper for comics. You've heard
I
it
know, we'll-
first. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll hook you up with some Scott, 1,000 sheets of roll.
I got that. I
Double
got that
thickness.
3-ply.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh my hell.
Watch me get Instagram messages now.
I would not be surprised, actually.
Yeah, at this point, anything can
I
happen.
know. I don't
Yeah,
think I
for
can be
real.
surprised anymore now.
The videos that have been cracking me up are the drug deal ones where they're like, hey, you got
Yeah.
that and a toilet paper, and he's like looking through his backpack.
Got the
he's
trench
like,
coat.
just
know,
like,
it's
my
so
goodness gracious. Oh man, now is the time to buy toilet paper.
Yeah.
Get a good deal on it. It's like, why don't these people go to Costco? Like, Costco's already up in bulk. Go buy bulk things from
Oh,
there.
I'm
not
sure
like
all that's cleared out.
grocery stores. Like,
I saw a video of one guy taking a roll of paper towels and sawing it in two and having. Yeah. It's like now I got 2 rolls.
Oh my God.
Jesus, oh, what does the world come to? Toilet paper. And there's been the Beavis and Butthead,
Oh,
Bungholio.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bungholio. This was a big crack of me up too.
It's funny.
like-
I haven't seen any of those, but that's kind of been in my head. the Great Cornhusk. I
Yeah.
love Beavis and Butthead growing up.
Beavis and Butthead was great. I loved the nosebleed episode where he like gets a nosebleed and he's just like doing a handstand, trying everything to stop the blood coming of his nose. And that's some good comedy growing up.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Just that like stupid humor though. Like lowbrow.
Like the Laffy Taffy jokes, I find some of those hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, like the ones like in the wrappers of the.
On the Laffy Taffy rappers, they're just so bad they're good.
Yeah, those ones are terrible.
Yeah. I love it. There was one that I came across on my Facebook the other day, and it was, what did the blanket say to the bed as it fell off? Like, what did the blanket say to the bed as it fell off, or something like that? And it was like, oh, sheet.
Don't.
I love it though. It's great. The puns, you know. It's,
The quality ones.
yeah, the quality. Koalas is just so cute.
I know
That's-
that'd be so awesome.
It would be
like you said, yeah, to have one as a pet.
Yeah.
Or at least be able to hold a koala because they're just so cute and cuddly. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, and that's that. Speaking of, there was a video that we had seen that because there's no tourists going around in Thailand or whatever, all these monkeys that usually get fed by tourists
Mm.
are like stampeding the people that actually live there. Like, and if there's like a banana, like all these monkeys will just like jump on it, and it was just like almost on. It was
There
like
was
almost
so
a
many of
zombie
them.
movie where you just see all these like
Like the
Will Smith.
no, even more than that, the Brad Pitt zombie one, like
Yeah.
World War Z. Or whatever.
Yeah, World War Z.
Yeah, because that one had like a lot of
Yeah, the
zombies on
video
the screen
clip I
at
had
once.
seen, it was just like
that.
all these monkeys just stampeding these people because all these
Yeah.
tourists aren't there to feed them bananas that they're so used to, and so they're like getting aggressive, like, "Hey, we still want our food," and it's just like but yeah,
Yeah, because that's like how we were saying, we don't really watch like regular news either. The only way we kind of really get our news is she'll watch the
Daily Show, with
Daily
Trevor
Show,
Noah.
Trevor Noah clips
That's-
like every night.
I gotta if I'm gonna watch the news, I gotta get the comedy in there so that it's bearable, because the news is just always so bad all the time. It's like nothing but fear.
Oh yeah, I'm always the last one to know what's happening.
Mhm.
It's probably been like at least 8 or 9 years since I've watched any kind of news.
Yeah.
I don't blame you there. It's like that Simpsons meme where it had Bert where he's like, I don't want to watch the news, like, because it's just the news is so bad. It's always so sad, and it's so crazy how there's even like the Simpsons predictions.
Oh yeah,
So many of those come true. It's like
It's kind of bizarre when you
it's
look at all the
unnatural.
different ones.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
because wasn't there like an episode like a long time ago, and didn't it even have it named Corona too on that screenshot? Like,
I don't remember what it.
I can't remember
what
it was.
but
It was like it was like super specific. Like
the Simpsons are
it was
just
crazy.
yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. My foot's asleep. I can't feel it no more.
Oh yeah, I know another question. Speaking of YouTube and stuff, what's like if you have any goals or anything for your channel or like future plans?
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, you've been going 42 days straight. Like
yeah. I'm going to keep doing the dailies as long as I can come up with something. As far as like future plans, I'm hoping to hit the 1K mark sometime this year.
Oh wow, yeah.
Go sub Rus, people.
Yeah,
you got to do it. It's worth it.
I like way back when I first started doing the collectible stuff. I thought, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna because back then you could monetize anytime.
That's right. Yeah.
So I monetized my channel and started trying to make some money.
Mm.
And I think I made 47 cents because my videos get like 1 and 2 views.
I know, it's crazy.
I never did get that 47 cent YouTube. Where's it at?
I know.
For real.
Right?
But yeah, that was like a dream to start making money from YouTube and eventually open up my own comic shop one day.
That would be
like
awesome.
That's like the ultimate end goal, to own my own comic shop.
That would be so.
But that's like way in the future, probably.
Right. You know, that would be so awesome. What would
as long as you don't see like Rick Grimes walking down the street. It might happen one day.
I know. I mean, based off how our grocery store looked, it doesn't look too far off. That's even what I said when we were at the store. I was like, "This is how The Walking Dead started," but we didn't see it, you know, because it just kind of like skipped to the apocalypse when
That'd be
Rick
so
woke
cool to
up.
be a comic book store owner, though.
Mhm.
Right? Just be able to just.
It's always kind of been a dream of mine too.
Mm.
Like our main LCS, the guy that owns it, he was in like real estate and stuff, and he ended up buying it. Oh yeah, when you, it's kind of going a ways back, but when you asked like if I was a wrestling fan, like growing up and stuff, I was a huge wrestling fan. I just haven't really watched it for the last probably
a couple of years, but
pretty much since even before I met you, I hadn't been watching it for a couple of years, so probably like 10 years.
No, because you were watching some with an old friend. I remember at some point.
Well, no, we were watching UFC.
Oh, okay.
We were watching MMA at that time.
Right.
I mean, we even went to WrestleMania 2000 in Anaheim.
Oh, yeah.
In the year 2000, it was WrestleMania 16. Yeah, I don't know what got me on that tangent.
Dr. Volts.
Oh yeah, squirrel. So our main LCS is called Dr. Volts Comic Connection, and Dr. Volts is actually the guy that originally owned it, and he was like a local
wrestler.
Yeah, professional wrestler.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But then the current owner, Dave, he used to be in real estate and stuff, and was how he was a customer of the original owner, and then ended up just buying it from him. Because I think Dr. Volt's the original guy. I think he was like retiring or something.
Yeah.
It's funny, the place I go to lately is called Doc's Basement, and it's up like a huge flight of stairs. I don't know why they call it Doc's Basement.
Oh, it should be Doc's Attic.
Yeah.
You would think it would be Doc's Attic.
I was like, when I first found that place, I opened the door and it was just stairs going up. I'm like, what the crap, dude?
Basement.
I'm a big guy. I don't know if it's worth it.
We got stairs coming because we're on the 3rd floor of our apartment. So sometimes coming up with all the groceries, by the time we get up to the 3rd floor, it's like, okay,
Yeah, like,
sit down.
Put in an elevator, dude.
Escalator or something.
Yeah, and I'm not a smart guy. I forget to breathe sometimes. That's why I get up here. I'm like lightheaded, and I'm like, I gotta sit down for a second.
Get to the top of the stairs and forget half the books I came to get.
Right, and that's what I see. What it's like at Midtown. When you see like all the like clips of Midtown, how it's like you go in and it just goes like straight up.
Yeah, it was big staircase right from the start, and then even because we watched quite a few videos of like tours through it, but even after going up that one because there's like 2 floors to the shop itself.
Yeah.
So there's like the initial one, and then
more.
Yeah. That'd be a trip. Like, that'd be awesome to go see. I mean, because there's several Midtowns, but I think the main one that's in Times, I think it's in Times Square.
I want to go to Mile High.
Oh God, yeah.
That's over in Colorado. That would be awesome to see. Just like, I would lose big. So much. I would probably spend all my retirement there if I go there. Like, if I retire and then I go to Mile High, I'd be like, I gotta get back to work.
I mean, the story how the owner Chuck, the owner of Mile High, how he just his history and everything, and kind of like how he was able to get it going and everything is crazy. Like I can't remember what the name of the collection it was, but back in the day he ended up on this like legendary collection, and it had what would you say, like 20,000 like pristine golden age books. Like,
wow,
most of them from the 40s and stuff, and this was like I think in the 70s when he came across it, so they were still like 3+ decades, and that's how he was able to eventually open up his first store, and then now Mile High, it's like I can't remember the exact size, but it's like a block long warehouse. Huh?
Dean Koontz is a good writer. My mom loves Dean Koontz books.
Yeah, I know. I haven't read like a novel, like a prose book or anything in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've read a book.
Yeah, a book.
Yeah, I like picture books. They're more fun.
Yeah.
They are.
If it's not a comic book, it's not worth it.
Right?
Just get the audio version.
Yeah. And it's because I had to set up a security password question, and it was like, what is your favorite audio like speaker person. And so I was like, I love Neil Gaiman in his voice. And then I'm like, wait, I always forget how to spell Gaiman. Maybe I shouldn't not have set that up as my security question. Because now I'm like, wait, how do I spell it?
I always forget security questions when I have to like pick those for accounts and stuff.
Yeah, the worst, because you think they're generic, like, oh, okay, I won't forget that, and then you get asked the question, you're like, oh, shit, what that could have been a couple of things at this point.
I've even seen a few places where you kind of have to like type in the question or something too, so you don't even remember what the question even was. So it's like, okay.
Like 2 years later, like, I can't get back in this account.
Yeah. But I mean, like we were talking about how long like we've been on Instagram and stuff. My original, my first account, my original one, like it's still out there, but I'm locked out of it because I can't remember the damn password. And it's mostly, like I said, it was when I was just all art and everything. So it's just all art
drawing and art
and tattooing, because it was when I was tattooing full time.
At some point we had a dream that we were going to open a tattoo shop. And it would have just been Nifty Needle, because his grandmother sewed for like the longest time. It was her career, and the name of her business was always Nifty. And, like all of her boots were Nifty, but
her business was actually called Nifty Needle.
Yeah, her business, Nifty Needle.
I was just gonna use the same name, but for a tattoo one. But then it did kind of start to morph into kind of a tattoo shop meets comic book store kind of thing.
Or still
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a new thing that just opened locally here. We haven't gone to yet, but it's
Watchtower Coffee House.
Yeah,
where they have like coffee and comics, and so I'm gonna have to check that out here soon.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, because they moved from an old location and like remodeled and expanded it, so it's, I guess, because we didn't even go to it originally, but we had seen pictures. And it looked like that original one. It didn't have like crap tons of comics like a full-blown like comic shop, but but it had a bunch though. And I think I think they would have people, I think you can like donate books to it too.
I think so. We'll get back to you guys on that.
I don't know, because I swear there's like a sign thing too I saw in the picture that said like how you can kind of like borrow some of the books too, kind of like a library kind of thing. I don't know, but definitely want to check it out
for sure.
It's a dope name too, Watchtower.
Yeah. Like Justice League or something.
Well,
yeah, the old Justice League days.
That's awesome. Well, and so I guess we'll wrap up, because I need to eat more than just pie. I need to get some real food.
Yeah.
Because you know those, if you go to Burger King, how they have those Hershey's chocolate pies?
Oh, yeah.
At Smith's that we have, they have like these Edwin's ones where it's the Hershey's chocolate pie and it's like the entire pie. And every once in a while I get them, and it's the only pie I haven't been able to get sick of. And it's good, but I can't just survive off pie, so I gotta get eating some real food. So yeah, I was gonna.
I know there's quite a few nights where like we get home from work and like I actually have like food, and you're like just eating pie and shit.
I have a toddler diet. It's for real, a toddler diet.
So some nights my dinner is a bag of M&Ms and some coffee.
Exactly. See,
I mean, most nights ours is just like TV dinners and us and
it's chips.
Because neither of us can cook to save our lives, so
I can make sausage, eggs, and bacon, and that's about it.
Yeah, those breakfasts are awesome. You did.
Yeah. But so I guess with that, we'll just kind of wrap up, because we're going to get some real food into us. And yeah, so did you have anything upcoming you wanted to shout out?
Just continuing the daily videos, and don't really have a plan. I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow.
That's what he's telling me. For somebody that tries to plan everything out so well, you sure wing the show a lot. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's one thing you can just kind of just go with the flow.
Normally you're like so OCD, like in just worrying about everything and having to have like,
we could do things this way and then that way and then that way, and that'll be the most efficient way to do it. When it's like this, it doesn't matter as long as you do it.
I've never been good at planning anything. I always just like, if I get an idea, I film it right then, because if I don't, I'm gonna forget about it.
Exactly.
And yeah,
And that's the worst lie I always tell myself is, oh, I don't have to write it down. I'll remember. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
what was it?
Sometimes I put it in the notes in my phone, and then I forget that I put the notes in my phone, and,
Mm.
and then and then a while later, I'll think of a note to put in. Then I'm like, then I'll see the older ones, and I'm
Sorry,
like,
there.
oh yeah, I had that. Oh
Well,
God.
Well, I do want to thank you guys and everyone who joined us today. It's been great. Another good episode.
Yeah, and like I was saying, if anyone in chat or is watching this on replay later, if you're not sub to Russ or follow him on Instagram, I'm pretty sure I put the links in the description. I'm normally good about that. But
I'll make
I'm
you
pretty
some
sure I did.
eggies.
I'll have to
Barbarian.
double check. Huh?
Barbarian's comment, make me some eggies. I'll make you some eggies
Some
with some
eggies?
diced tamed jalapenos up in them because it's so good.
There's
Tamed
yeah,
jalapenos
it's so
diced
good.
up in corn and eggs is so good.
I know. I never had them like that until you made them.
Yeah, it's good.
Now I don't know if I can go back eat them without them. Like,
It's just a little bit of spice, but not too much. That's about the only thing I can make. But yeah, no, definitely sub up for us if you haven't already. You definitely should be. And I do want to thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your weekend and be safe out there.
I was waiting for your
peace,
Oh
guys.
yeah,
long and pro-
you want to live long and prosper.
I can't do that.
I can't either.
I get
I throw up the peace.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I like that.
I cheated.
Yeah, that's the same thing I do. I'm always
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I
Hey,
remember
tape these two fingers together and I'll be good.
I think that's what I did as a kid to figure out how to do it
Yeah.
when I was a kid because I was always watching Star Trek growing up, and so like I remember at some point there was a time where I couldn't even do it, but since it just comes with practice.
Yeah.
All
A few
right.
of my fingers have been broken and they just won't bend a certain way.
Mine is. Yeah, that's what mine is. Like skating and stuff growing up. Yeah, I broke my fingers a lot and I just don't have full control over them or something.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you again, everyone in chat. We love you. Have a good weekend.
Have a good rest of your weekend.